Hi, I'm Hubert from Decodable. Today we're going to do a demonstration on using Postman. Let me share my screen quickly. This is the corresponding blog that goes with this demo. Basically, what we're going to do here today is set up Postman uh, with to use Decodable's REST APIs. Um, some of the use cases that I've seen in the past with the REST APIs and like streaming platforms is for CI/CD pipelines. What you could do is use this tool called Newman here, to run your Postman collections. What a collection is just a set of REST API calls to the service that you're trying to call. And what collections can do is just order them. You can pre-populate them with variables and so on, so that you can run them automatically or share them with others so that they could also see how you are invoking REST APIs, right? So in this case, if you'd like, if you want to have it be part of your CI/CD pipeline, you can pass in a collection to a command line tool called Newman. And then you now have a way to actually deploy from CI/CD or some other tool to automatically build your data pipelines. Similarly, you have a way, so if like, your customers are as part of, you're going to use your platform, you have a way to onboard those customers as well. Like if you wanted to say have dedicated streams or data products or integration with those customers, you can just set up those variables that connect to that specific customer, then automatically push that data to them using the collections in Postman that are talking to Decodable. So they're very, I've seen as multiple places, all related to that. They all pretty much do the same thing, either CI/CD or customer onboarding. So the first thing we should probably do is to set up Postman. This is Postman. I'd like to just go to either a new workspace or create your own workspace. Um, so I would go to, let's see, Decodable's GitHub repository. Let's just go to Decodable CO here. And there is an example repository. And then you can click on Postman. Here you'll be able to see lots of other examples and use cases, especially under scenarios. In this case, go into Postman. And in here, there's a makefile with some convenient commands that you can run. More specifically, this is the collection that we would like you to use or import into Postman. So if you click that, you get an idea of what this looks like. This was actually exported from Postman and placed into this repository. But you'll see that there's these things look like these are variables that you could use. Again, another variable, and so on. So there's tons of REST API calls here that you could use. Okay. What you do is click on raw. You get the raw format of the collection. So just copy that URL. You can go to your Postman and click this import button here. And there's a link right here that you can just click, just paste it in there, click continue, and you see it's already parsed it and knows that it's a collection. You just click import. Just give it a second. And when you expand it, you'll see that there are folders that kind of organize the REST APIs in the folders. Let me show you the documentation here. So if you go to Decodable's documentation page, there is a link to go to. You can click on this as REST API reference. This is just all the REST APIs you can call. Basically, what I did was just grab a lot of these and placed them into Postman and exported it out for others to upload. Okay. The first thing you need to do is handle some security. We do OAuth here. And if you need to do your, you need the OAuth endpoints directly, definitely contact us. We would like to know if that's something you would like to do. Otherwise, you could use the OAuth token with as part of your decodable CLI. So if you go back to the actually, I just go to the documentation, this blog. If you install this tool called YQ, which is a YAML query tool, after you've installed Decodable CLI and logged in and just tested, make sure that you have connectivity to Decodable, you should have an auth token, an OAuth token in this location here. You could go in there directly to grab it and paste it into your Postman variable. So if you go here, variables, there's a set of variables that this collection uses. One is your decodable account and the token. So this is your OAuth token that you can just paste it into. But it's just in here. Otherwise, if you want something convenient in your CI/CD pipeline or some part of automation, you could use this tool here to pull that value out to pass it into your own configuration. Okay. But that token goes into here so that that Postman or Newman can use it to call your REST APIs to Decodable. The other variables here, decodable account. What this corresponds to is this value here. So if you go to Decodable, sign in, this is your account name. So this is just this value right here. So in my case, it's decodable tests. It's actually decodable dash test. And that value goes into here. The other variables here are just convenience variables. These two variables here are really all you need to be able to start using them. But using the REST APIs, but some other REST APIs down here will require you to have some of these variables in them. One of which is to create a S3 sync. You need all of the S3 related variables set up here. Just for example, I click the REST API that clicks on that creates a S3 sync connection. If you look at the body, this is the body, and these are all again variables, right? So those S3 variables correspond to these properties here. Notice that there's a property here called stream ID. You won't know that until you actually create the stream. So as a convenience method, you could also put them into these variables here, okay? Likewise with the connection ID. So I already have my variable set up since these are private. I'm not gonna go to them again. I already have them set up here. Have the same workspace or a collection imported here. So let's try that first. So list streams in this the streams folder. You already have the decodable account. The headers are already there for you. This case, it doesn't really need any since you're doing a get. There's no body here since you're doing a get. So it's pretty simple REST API. Just click send. And now you can see all the streams that you've available in your account in Decodable. So let's create one really quickly. So this is a post, and it does require some content type so that Postman really understands and can render your responses and requests. So you need both content type and accept with the value of application/JSON. And so this is the body. This is going to create a stream called demo day stream with 2 fields in it, foo and bar. Like that. See that it created. So let's go to the browser and see our streams. There it is, demo day streams. no inputs, no outputs, and the schema corresponds to our JSON message. Okay. Um, so let's, since the pipeline that we're going to build looks like this, let me go back to um, that blog. We kind of did all this already. This is the pipeline that we're going to build. We're going to create a REST API source. We're going to create two streams. These little tubular things are streams. We just created a demo day stream. We're going to create a subsequent stream that's got a different schema associated to it. And I'm going to do some manipulation on that data. So that schema is going to look different. So I have a different stream for it. The manipulate or the transformation is going to be actually be happening in this this pipeline here called demo day pipeline. So let's do that right now. Let's create our second stream. In this case, it's just first name and last name. There it is. Let's go to the browser just to verify that it's there. There it is. So now that we have our two streams we'd like to get running, we want to create a pipeline. So let's look at this again, the headers. And then this is my post to create a pipeline. It's called demo day pipeline. This is my description. And here's the SQL. All it's doing is inserting to this new stream, actually this existing stream we just created, demo day stream init cap, and this is where it's getting the data from. It's doing two functions. It's taking the this is the original stream that we created. It's got fields called foo and bar in it. We're applying a init cap. All that does is just capitalizes the first character of each word, each term. And then we're going to rename that column as first name and last name so that it corresponds to the stream that we created here in the second stream, which is in this case, demo day stream init cap. Okay, let's send that. Let's go to the pipelines here. That's what we just created. You can see there's a demo day pipeline. It's got oh, there's an inbound stream on it. All right, yeah, this is the inbound stream. This is the stream that we created initially. Click here, that's the pipeline we just created, and it's writing to this stream. There are currently no connections yet writing to any of these streams, so the pipeline here is not really reading any messages right now. Okay. So let's activate this pipeline. So when we created it, you get this ID. So when you're creating your CI/CD pipeline, you have to make sure you grab this ID here so that you can activate this pipeline. So when you call the subsequent call here, activate pipeline, you can pass it into this field here. Okay, let's send that over. You can see the state is running. Let's go check the browser to see if that's the case. See that it's starting right now. So now that we have a pipeline almost ready, let's create the two connections. Right now, I don't have my variables set up for S3 sync, so I'm just going to create the REST API. So going back to our pipeline here, we've created this thing, this stream, this pipeline, this stream as well. Now I'm just going to create this REST API here. And that's this one here. The body, notice that it requires a stream ID. So this REST connection needs to write to something. Okay, so that's what the stream ID here. So we want it to write into demo day stream. So demo day stream was created here, create stream. Here it is, demo day stream. And if you look at this, this is the ID to that stream. So you would need to have that available here to pass into here. So paste that in there, send that over. Okay. So now let's look at the lineage pipeline in Decodable. If you go to connections, this is the REST API that we just created. Notice it's not running. Click it. Notice it's got one outbound stream. So click that. This is that stream that we created initially. So the stream has a schema to it, foo and bar, and it's being populated by this demo day REST API, and it's going to a pipeline. That's the demo day pipeline. This pipeline, if you recall, click it, is going to take the contents of demo stream. Oops. Pipeline. Take the contents of a demo day stream, capitalize each character, change the column name to first name and last name, and insert it into demo day stream init cap. Again, so it automatically recognizes this. So when you create a pipeline, it parses that SQL, it recognizes which inbound stream you're reading from and writing to. You don't have to pass those IDs to a pipeline. This is all embedded in the SQL and it's discovered automatically. So let's click on stream init cap. The pipeline is going to reformat and transform that data and write to this stream here. Okay, right now it has no inputs or I mean no outputs. So let's start the REST API. So if you recall, this is the thing that's capturing REST requests and writing those messages into demo day stream. So create that now. We already created. Let's start it. We need this ID. So let's activate this connection. Again, very similar to the pipeline activation post. So now that's running. Let's check it out in the connection. So this is running. It's writing to the stream. I'm sorry, this is writing to this stream, demo day stream. That message will go to demo day pipeline that transforms that data from and transforms the schema as well, and then writes to this stream as well. Okay. So what we could do now is post a message. So we need this connection ID. So what is that? When you create your REST API source, if you look at the bottom here, there's an ID that was created here. Okay, it's 38B, etc. That's your connection ID. You want to grab that, copy it, and put that as your connection ID here in post. Okay. So this is posting data. This is the data that is going to write. Okay. And then you could send that. Count of 1. Let's see if we could preview this data here. We should probably preview this automatically. But likewise, what this preview does is is basically what this pipeline. When you look at it, there's a preview button here. When you click it. So let's send that message again. Still starting out. Let's try it again. So there's the output, first name, last name, capital letter, first character again here, and it's writing that data into demo day stream init cap. And if I had the my S3 variable set, you would be able to create a sync connection here, past the stream ID, the stream ID containing the transform data, which is this is the ID there. Pass in your S3 credentials and configurations, and then click that. It will create that connection for you. You start it up with your activate connection with your connection ID. And then you'll have a fully created pipeline created through REST APIs, or if you wish, Newman using your CI/CD pipeline, or a way to create your customer onboarding pipeline to onboard your customers. That's it for this demo, and I hope you enjoyed it.